Twitch. We have a question coming from Twitch.
Ooh.
When you look at a player like Travis Hunter, do you think teams could pass on him due to his off the field girlfriend issues that opposing teams may take advantage of, try to trick him into a penalty, or pass on him since he is demanding to play both sides of the field, D-back and wide receiver? Foster, you was very animated with that while I was reading that question. All the histrionics. What's on your mind?
That's very loaded. I don't even think he's the type to react to I'm talking about your girlfriend. I don't even think that's his character. As far as the demanding to play both sides of the ball, I mean, you can come into it thinking that you can play both sides of the ball, but when you're out there getting embarrassed because you're not as good of a receiver as you thought you were, that situation is going to write its own. That's going to work itself out. Because I think cornerback is going to be his position, right? It won't be the receiver side of things.
From what I'm hearing, he's asking for a receiver.
More so than
I've heard that he's telling teams that he's a two-way player and he intends to play.
That is correct, pay.
But he's
asking to be paid as a wide receiver because wide receivers get more money than corners.
Yeah, they're going to tell him, fat chance. We're going to decide. We're going to let you play receiver. We're going to pay you as a dumb D-back. We've seen that story before. Let me go back to what you said there, Foster. As far as his mentality, as far as his how he carries himself. You remember Derek Thomas? You might not be old enough to remember Derek Thomas.
What, you talking about Kansas City?
Yes.
Yeah, let me get it out there before you try to tell me about Derek Thomas. That's early, but I remember Derek Thomas.
Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace, Derek Thomas, one of the GOATs. Derek Thomas, he was really reserved. I mean, he was unflappable, right? I know you see I'm going, Dave. Shannon Sharp got under his skin.
Okay.
Like 7 straight plays. And it's rumored that he was talking about his girlfriend. Derek Thomas kept getting flag at the flag, or jumping off sides, or just trying to fight Shannon Sharp. So I don't put it past Travis. If somebody can get underneath Derek Thomas again, in this new age social media,
right? But I feel like he's going through it now. What else is there? Like, as bad as it's gotten on social media, what else is there outside of them sleeping with his girl? I mean, that'd be it.
Rumors has it. That's what Shannon was saying. But hey, allegedly.
That's crazy. But he's still by far the best player in the draft.
Ooh. Abdul Carter?
I put Travis Hunter ahead of Abdul.
Wow.
Travis Hunter is literally a once in a generation or better player.
Wow.
He could literally play both positions. There's only been less than a handful of players since like the 50s that have done that.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to put on some weight. He's like 180 pounds or something like that.
Well, he's 188. And yes, he needs to put on some weight. Yeah. He's only 6'1.5 inches. Boy, that sounds familiar.
I don't see the pathway, and you all spoke why, of him being a successful wide receiver in the league. I just don't see it. Now, as a DB, as a traditional defensive back, maybe not as a defensive back now, because they're bigger now too. But I don't know. At his frame, I don't know. I've watched a little bit of Colorado, and he's very athletic. But in the NFL, it is a different ball game because everybody's athletic. Everybody was the man when they was on campus, and then you come to the NFL, and it's nothing but the man in every position on every team. So
even the scrubs that are on the bench,
right?
Even Mr. Irrelevant was probably the man where he was at. Who was it? I can't remember. Who it was.
Brock Purdy was a Big Ten. I think, didn't he win Big Ten Player of the Year one time?
He went to Iowa State, but was Iowa State in the Big Ten then? Maybe it was.
Yeah. I don't know. Big Ten, everybody playing the Big Ten nowadays.
USC, Oregon.
Right.
But I think that, I mean, the Jaguars, Titans, they're not in a position to be like, oh, well, we're not gonna. They need all the help they can get. So
Now, if he wants to play both ways, I could see him being best at corner, and that is his primary responsibility. And then like Deion Sanders come in for a few plays on offense and catch some balls. That's fine.
absolutely.
But if he wants to go Iron Man football, just think everybody in the NFL in their position, be it corner, be it wide receiver, or whatever position it is, practicing and studying film and game planning and doing all that stuff is a full week's work
for one position.
For one position. He wants to double that. But I wish him the best of luck.
Not gonna have any time for his girl, that's for sure. And that's gonna open up the floodgates.
I was just thinking that. But to answer the question, no, I don't think that causes anybody to pass on him. I don't think he gets past number 4. And that's where the Patriots are drafting, right? I think if Travis Hunter is there at 4, I think, and this is the first hot take, I think they push Will Campbell to the side and go get Travis Hunter. And they have the new era of double-sided player. No, did he? You know, because they had that at the start of their dynasty back when Mike Vrabel was on the squad. He played both sides of the ball. Blanking on his name that who was a wide receiver that played DB too. I can't remember.
On the Patriots?
Say it again.
On the Patriots, you're saying?
Yeah, on the Patriots.
I don't know.
Bill Belichick, he was a traditional wide receiver, but Bill Belichick just threw him out there one day in a playoff game. He said, "Hey, play DB, play corner." And he was pretty good. But yeah, I don't see Travis Hunter falling in any noticeable way. At worst, number 5. Thanks for listening to this latest edition from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Whether you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And all my homies from Chicago, we say 3 things: bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.